Imagine that your local hospital only had an emergency room. That would help patients who need urgent treatment. But what about those who need long-term care? This is how the world has been responding to refugee crisis, focusing on the emergency so that refugees can survive. It's a good approach if the crisis doesn't last too long. The reality is, more than half of today's refugees are displaced for over 4 years. And as violent conflict surges, close to 10 million people are now in exile for over 5 years, the highest since the end of the Cold War. We need to think differently. Take a look at this map. This shows the top 10 countries hosting refugees. Notice anything? Every country other than Germany is a developing country. In fact, about 85% of refugees today are hosted in low and middle-income countries. These governments are already struggling to deliver the services that local communities need, like education and economic opportunities, especially for women. When refugees arrive, they are stretched even more. This is a development challenge. So, what's the solution? Right now, refugees often don't have the right to work, open bank accounts, or start businesses. If they could, they'd be able to support themselves instead of waiting for aid. That's one way to help refugees regain their dignity. It's also more cost-effective in the long term. Women make up almost half of all refugees, and 52% of refugees are under the age of 18. If we could help women and children to realize their full potential, imagine what they could do. For this to work, governments need to be in the driver's seat, because the right policies matter. We need to bring investments to host communities too. Improving local services and including refugees may be a more efficient way to provide services for all, which can help host countries prosper even after the crisis is over. And the international community needs a better system for responsibility sharing. We are all in this together. Imagine a long-term response to help refugees and host communities thrive together can help build a more stable world that's better for everyone.